What if The Simpsons knew the future before it happened? From shocking events to unbelievable moments, this iconic show has made predictions that'll leave you questioning everything. Stick around as we uncover 10 of their most mind-blowing predictions. Trust us, you won't want to miss this. Number 10. COVID-19. In the eerie 1993 episode Marge in Chains, Springfield is struck by the Osaka flu, a virus that spreads like wildfire, throwing the town into chaos. Fast forward to 2020, and we were hit with the real-life nightmare, COVID-19. While The Simpsons didn't predict the exact virus, the parallels between the episode's events and the real-life quarantine madness are hauntingly spot on. Social distancing, masks, empty shelves, and lockdowns all mirrored what we faced. It's as if the writers knew the world would be in a pandemic-induced frenzy, making us wonder, did they predict the future, or is it just an unsettling coincidence? Either way, the chilling similarities give The Simpsons a spooky, almost prophetic aura that sends shivers down your spine.
In tonight's Fact or Fiction, we are looking into yet another claim about The Simpsons predicting a big news event. The story this time is that the iconic TV show eerily predicted the outbreak of the coronavirus.
Number 9. Lady Gaga. In the 2012 episode, Lisa Goes Gaga, Lady Gaga, voiced by herself, is seen flying into a stadium while suspended from cables, a performance that seemed over the top even for the pop star. However, in 2017, during her Super Bowl halftime show, Gaga shocked fans by reenacting the exact stunt, complete with a strikingly similar outfit. At the time of the episode's release, many dismissed it as just another exaggerated Simpsons gag, but 5 years later it became yet another eerie prediction from the show. While Lisa Goes Gaga wasn't well received by fans, this moment proved The Simpsons' uncanny ability to foresee real-life events. Whether it was a coincidence or subtle inspiration for Gaga's performance, the similarity remains undeniable. Number 8. Fox merger. In 2019, Disney finalized its massive $71 billion acquisition of 21st Century Fox, absorbing franchises like The Simpsons, Avatar, and X-Men. Shockingly, The Simpsons predicted this merger back in 1998. In a Season 10 episode, a shot of the 20th Century Fox entrance included the words, "a division of Walt Disney Company." At the time, it was just a joke mocking corporate takeovers. However, 2 decades later, it became reality. While Disney's history of acquiring companies made this somewhat plausible, the idea of Disney owning The Simpsons, a show known for its edgy satire, seemed far-fetched in the late 90s. Yet, here we are, with The Simpsons now streaming on Disney+. This isn't just another eerie prediction. It's the show literally forecasting its own fate. Once again, The Simpsons proved it doesn't just satirize pop culture. Sometimes, it eerily shapes it. Number 7. Frying Dutchman. In the Frying Dutchman episode of The Simpsons, Homer does what Homer does best. He overindulges at an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet, stuffing his face to the point of no return. Naturally, they kick him out, but Homer, ever the opportunist, decides to sue the restaurant for false advertising. Fast forward a few years, and in Springfield, Massachusetts, a man took on a similar battle against the Golden Corral buffet chain, suing them for $2 million after being booted for eating too much. The similarities are pretty uncanny, especially considering the case wasn't a huge media sensation. It was just one guy versus a buffet that cut him off, much like Homer's epic showdown. The kicker? It ended with an out-of-court settlement, just like in the show. While The Simpsons is known for predicting big moments in history, this quirky little lawsuit prediction is surprisingly accurate and a bit of a hidden gem. Whether it's coincidence or something else, you've got to admit, the show's ability to mirror reality is pretty wild. Number 6. Smartwatches. Back in 1995, The Simpsons took a peek into the future with the episode Lisa's Wedding. And boy, did they nail it. Long before Apple and Samsung jumped on the smartwatch bandwagon, Lisa's fiancé, Hugh, was casually rocking a high-tech wristwatch that could do way more than just tell time. Fast forward nearly 2 decades, and in 2014, smartwatches finally became a reality. Whether it was answering calls, checking messages, or looking effortlessly futuristic, Hugh's watch was basically a sneak preview of what was to come. At the time, this gadget seemed like pure sci-fi, but now we can't leave home without our smartwatches keeping track of our steps, heart rates, and notifications. Did The Simpsons predict the future yet again? Absolutely. Number 5. White parties. In the 2017 Simpsons episode The Great Fatsby, Season 28, a character resembling Diddy Combs throws an exclusive white-themed party. Looking at the episode today, it's uncanny how closely it mirrors real-life Hollywood events. Diddy's infamous white parties were well known, but the episode takes on a new eerie context given recent revelations. While the public knew about the dress code and celebrity guest lists, the deeper, darker aspects remained hidden at the time. Unlike some of The Simpsons' wilder predictions, this one wasn't entirely unexpected, as these parties were already legendary. However, watching the episode now feels almost like it was a direct response to current events, rather than something aired years ago. While not as shocking as other Simpsons predictions, this one stands out for how unsettlingly accurate it appears in hindsight. Number 4. The World Cup. Simpsons aren't just experts in spotting upcoming technology and scandals, they've also got an uncanny knack for predicting sports events. Take 2014, for example, in the episode You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee, which aired right before the World Cup in Brazil. Homer Simpson, of all people, is invited to Brazil as a referee, where crime bosses try to bribe him into fixing the match. Little did they know, this eerily mirrored the real-life corruption investigation into FIFA president Sepp Blatter. But wait, there's more. Not only did they predict the corruption scandal, but they also guessed the World Cup winners. Germany triumphed over Brazil with a 2-0 scoreline. Sure, they played Argentina in the actual final, but still, The Simpsons nailed it once again. Talk about future-telling abilities. Number 3. Ebola. Believe it or not, The Simpsons predicted the massive Ebola outbreak of 2014, a real-life crisis that became the largest Ebola outbreak in West African history. It all went down in a 1997 episode where Marge holds up a book titled Curious George and the Ebola Virus, a spooky hint at the future. Meanwhile, her son Bart frantically points to a picture, acting out his death from Ebola while lying in bed. It's like they were eerily channeling the future. Who would have thought that this cartoon family, known for their outrageous antics, would nail such a grim prediction? And to top it off, it wasn't just a random guess. It was one of the biggest health emergencies mankind faced. Number 2. Donald Trump. This one is probably the most talked about Simpsons prediction of all time. In the year 2000, the episode Bart to the Future gave us a glimpse of Lisa as president, casually mentioning that she had inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. At the time, it was just a throwaway joke, until 2016, when Donald Trump actually became the 45th president of the United States. Fans were completely shook by how eerily accurate this turned out to be. Was it a wild coincidence? A lucky guess? Or does The Simpsons have some kind of time-traveling writer in their midst? Either way, this prediction was so on the nose that it cemented The Simpsons as the ultimate fortune teller of pop culture. If they ever hint at who the next big leader will be, we might want to start paying very close attention. Number 1. 9/11 attack. This is the most famous predictions by The Simpsons. September 11th, 2001, when 4 airliners were hijacked by Islamic extremists associated with Al-Qaeda. 2 planes crashed into the World Trade Center towers in New York City. One hit the Pentagon just outside Washington, D.C., and the 4th went down in a field in Pennsylvania. It's a tragic event etched in history, but did The Simpsons predict this? In an episode titled New York City Against Homer, Lisa, Bart's sister, is seen flipping through a magazine. On the front page, there's a bold number 9 alongside 2 buildings, clearly resembling the number 11. This eerie visual seems to eerily foreshadow the 9/11 attacks long before they occurred. It's one of those jaw-dropping moments where you can't help but wonder how the show's creators tapped into the future. And there you have it. The Simpsons has left us all in awe with their uncanny predictions. From world-changing events like 9/11 to seemingly random moments like World Cup outcomes, it's almost as if they have a sixth sense for the future. It's no wonder they've become a pop culture phenomenon for their jaw-dropping ability to predict what's to come. If you're as amazed as we are by these mind-blowing moments, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on more fun, fascinating content. Want to share your favorite Simpsons prediction? Drop it in the comments below. We love hearing your thoughts. Who knows, maybe the next big prediction will come from The Simpsons. And it could be something even crazier than we've seen before. Thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned for more awesome videos that'll leave you questioning the future.